What's up, guys? Welcome to today's video tutorial. In today's tutorial, we are going to be installing LSPDFR Computer Plus into our Grand Theft Auto 5 game, modded with the LSPDFR mod. I am going to be updating my current version of LSPDFR Computer Plus, but this is the same steps needed to update your current mod or to install it for the first time. So this is going to be version 1.3.6.2 of LSPDFR Computer Plus. And what this does, if you have watched my LSPDFR videos, is it gives you a more in-depth look into the computer function of LSPDFR. So you can actually look at these people, and when you look at their vehicle, it comes back with the certain the picture of them, the vehicle they're driving, stuff like that. So it's really a good feature, and it's basically a must-have. I mean, you gotta have that in the game to give you that more immersion feel. So we're gonna get started right now. As you can go through this page, as you can see, you can look at all the features that it has, installation, usage, configuration, who the developers are, additional info, and known issues. Support, contributions, stuff like that. If you enjoy this mod, I would certainly recommend donating. These people do this stuff, and donations certainly keep these mods being updated. So just go to the download link. You're going to agree and download. I would suggest using the latest version at this time on January 21st, 2018. It is 1.3.6.2. I believe this was just updated in the last few days. But we are going to type in the CAPTCHA. There we go. I am not a robot. Excellent. We're going to let that download. And there it is. It's already done. And yes, this was downloaded. This was updated January 14th, 2018. So pretty simple. So you can go ahead and close out of that as soon as the download is done. And then you're going to navigate to your download folder, or you can open up the download from the download page. You are going to need 7-zip or WinRAR to open this file. So as you can see, I have 7Z, which means I have 7-zip. That is what I prefer. I've been using it forever. So the first thing you want to do is drag the GTA 5 main folder, drag it somewhere on your desktop. You want to extract everything out of the zip or out of the .rar folder and move it over to your desktop. That way you're not bouncing back and forth. Then you're going to open up your README. You're going to move that to, one side of your computer. Again, this has everything that is about this mod. I mean, the READMEs are the most important things. If you are having problems launching it, and when you launch your game or whatever, and you're having issues, certainly look at the README. So that's all the current features. Those are all the newest features in this release. So pretty simple. Let's open that back up. Thank you very much. Alrighty, so we are going to scroll down to the installation part. And right there, place computerplus.dll, computerplus.ini, in the Computer Plus folder in plugin /LSPDFR. LSPDFR will automatically load Computer Plus when you go on duty. So as it states, you're just going to open up plugins, LSPDFR. There's your files. You're going to go to your Grand Theft Auto 5 root directory. If you have watched my other tutorials, you will know that I always say to make a shortcut to the desktop so that you can access your Grand Theft Auto 5 folder. Also, make sure to have a backup of your Grand Theft Auto 5. So I have Grand Theft Auto 5 untouched. That means it is the vanilla. There is nothing in it. That's what I use to play Grand Theft Auto Online. You cannot have mods in your game and go on to Grand Theft Auto Online. It won't even let you if it realizes that your folder has been touched. I also have GTA 5 Real Life mod, and then I have the current version that I'm in right now, which is my LSPDFR. But if I wanted to change to the untouched, you're just going to go to Grand Theft Auto 5, and then this will just change to LSPDFR, and then go into your untouched. You can name it anything, too. You don't have to do it. But you got to make sure, as you can see, that it's backspaced all the way to the V. That is what loads off your desktop icon. So right there, that is what loads it. So if you click on that and you've got the LSPDFR folder, it's going to load whichever folder you're in. So let's change this back to to untouched and get back into LSPDFR. I know that's a little bit off topic, but certainly make a backup if you have a working game, which you should be if you're at this point. And a backup always will save you, because you could install this. If it crashes your game, it might just not be compatible, and some mods are like that, where it's just something is not compatible and it just needs some time to get there. So let's go back into our installation, place computerplus.dll, computerplus.ini, and the Computer Plus folder in plugins/LSPDFR. Alrighty? So that's what you're going to do. You're going to take the Computer Plus folder, computerplus.dll, and computerplus.ini. I know it doesn't say .ini, but it's those three files right there. Let's back up. We got to get into our folder, go to plugins, LSPDFR. I got sidetracked doing that, backup and stuff. And so right there, you're just going to copy it over, drag and drop. You will not have this show up unless you're updating it. So I am going to just replace it, which just, all that did was just make my files go back to this current version, and you're done. That's all you need to do with their file. Now you're just going to go into here. You don't have to do anything in the Computer Plus folder. That just leave right out. There's no reason to get into there. You're going to scroll down and find Computer Plus if you are on a vanilla version of Computer Plus. And vanilla meaning you installed LSPDFR, you've installed a couple mods, but no real callouts or anything, then you won't have to scroll as much as I do. But I have a lot in my game folder. Now this is all your default settings, which works perfectly fine. You can use that. But I always change mine to my name. I keep the login password. I don't skip login, but if you want to skip it, just change that to true. Lowercase true, file, save, boom, now it's saved. And then you want to go through all these settings. You can customize this a lot. So random history on the records. Yes, that's what we want. You want enable LSPDFR plus court case integration. Certainly. But if you don't have LSPDFR plus, you can't do that. It won't crash it if this says true. You can just leave it and it just won't use it. That's all. You can change your unit number. You can change your font size. And then the next part is going to be your key bindings. So to open Computer Plus controller button, right now it shows none, and I use the D-pad up. And then I navigate everything else with my mouse. But if you are using a controller, then you will want to do the D-pad up or whatever you're looking for. D-pad left, D-pad right, D-pad down. D-pad up, I have found, does not interfere with anything but the cell phone. But there is a mod on lspdfr.com to disable that. The link for that mod is also in my mod folder, or mod list, and there is a link for that in the description below. But you can go back through all of these and you can play with it, figure out what works best for you. When you're giving them the citation, right now it's right thumb and A if you're on a controller. If you are on the keyboard and you want to do it, it's L control key plus page up. So again, you can go through, you can even change the backgrounds for each vehicle. Vehicle backgrounds, so you can change all that. Again, though, I would suggest leaving these all to what they are. I mean, if you're just getting started with this, then I don't even change the backgrounds, because there is an option to disable your background. So I need to start my controller. There we go. Oops. Let's minimize that. Need to start my controller. I do use a PS4 controller, and then you need to you need to launch Rage. I am on the old version of Rage Plugin Hook, but this still works with the current version of Rage Plugin Hook. It's just the 0.61 version is causing my game to crash with a controller. Hopefully the next version will fix that. So we'll let the game load in. Once it gets loaded in, I will show you the features of LSPDFR Computer Plus. And you guys will be good to go. You'll be able to have this great computer system in your game. All right, we are loaded in. LSPD first response has been successfully loaded. So let's jump out here. Let's get into a vehicle. We'll get into the police cruiser. And we need to start LSPDFR. If you don't have EUP installed, then you'll have to go to a police station, if you probably already know that. But everything's loaded in, so now we're going to jump right in. As you can see, we are now up to date. It will show you this every day that you log in. It will tell you if you are up to date or not.
Solicitation in Davis.
All right, dispatch, thank you very much. Let's go ahead and log in here. And I always toggle background.
Dispatch, we are en route.
I always toggle the background so that I can see, the outside. That looks a little more realistic. I have noticed that some people like to get into the vehicle and see it first person so that it gets you even more immersed. Hey, do whatever you want to do. That's all cool with me. So very quickly, you're just going to have a Ped Database, Vehicle Database, Request Backup, Call Details, Traffic Citation History, and Arrest Report History. And then you have Logout. You also have a Notepad, which allows you to keep notes. Okay, you have extras, which at this time there's nothing in there for me. That could be different for you.
Lincoln 18 Citizens Report.
This thing is just throwing calls nonstop. So I'm going to go ahead and pull somebody over, and I will show you how the Ped and Vehicle Database works. And let's go ahead and turn off. Boom, boom, boom. No calls, alrighty. We're going to pull this guy over. He has actually got a white dot on him, so he might even have something going on. Alrighty. Sorry about that. I'm going to probably speed that up, but alright. Hello, sir. Can we get your driver's license? Thank you very much, Mr. Nelson. All right, now we'll get back in the vehicle, and I will show you how this works. There we go. See, now with the background, I love that. Doesn't that look great? You can also not have it pause, so then everything keeps moving behind you. I like to pause it. That way stuff doesn't get screwy. So once you get a person's ID, whether you stop them walking down the road or you pull them over, go into Ped Database. That's going to have your collected IDs that you've just got. So Joe Nelson gives you his address, his DOB, his age, his license status, his times that he's been stopped, his wanted status, all right? Now you can go into his vehicle database, and you're going to have his ALPR scan. This is the vehicle you just stopped, or if you have ALPR installed, that will also show up. This is coming back as a Sultan. There's the license plate, his insurance status, he's expired. He has a registration status, is valid. It brings back the registered owner, so in case there is a different person in that vehicle, you can see if it's stolen or not, all right? Now, to write a traffic citation, you're going to create traffic citation, and here you're going to select, usually everything's filled in except for the vehicle type. This is going to be a sedan. Then in citations, you're going to have all these options to give somebody citations, okay? So now this one I believe he had no insurance or expired insurance. He's going to have expired insurance, all right? So you're just going to click on the ones you want to give them. Each one, so add new, each traffic offense would need to be a new traffic citation. So let's say failure to provide or present insurance. So he just made one. Now you would just do finish because there's 2 of them. Okay. Under traffic citations, when you have that tab, you can look up what he's been charged with. We just gave him 2 citations, so that's why he's been charged with 2 different things. Okay. If you arrest the man, and you can do this either in the vehicle database or the Ped database, it's going to be the same. Again, you can see the traffic citations now, whereas if you go back a few minutes or a few seconds, you will see there was no he's never been stopped, so he had nothing. You're going to go here, you're going to go to create arrest report. You can click on that to make sure that it's got the correct address. You're going to go to charges. You can charge him with whatever, he's doing. Say he's doing some vandalism. You're going to click that. You're going to press the plus button there. It's going to be an added charge. All right. And then let's say he's traffic. Shoot, let's just say driving under the influence. It's a felony. All right, there we go. That you put whatever charges he has, you press the plus button, you can have 100 charges. Okay, take that back. I don't know if you can have 100 charges, but I know I've done at least 10 in one thing, and it's been perfect. So you can add additional parties if needed. So say a passenger is his accomplice, the victim, or the witness. So if it's an accident, maybe a witness. You can do a detailed report. So here you can type in, pulled right over. Pulled over quick. Boom. So when they look at his case, they can say, yeah, you know what, he pulled over quick. He didn't, drive around. I guess this guy, he hit a pole and, he's doing all kinds of crazy stuff. Again, that you can do whatever you want. I don't use that. I don't use additional parties. I just use these 2 things in the arrest report. And then you would press save and close, and that would create the arrest report. So when you arrest him, it would come back, it would have a court case for it. And basically, that's what that option in the INI file that said, integrate it with LSPDFR plus court system. That's what that means, because when you click that, it would show up in the little left-hand corner above the map there that you have a new court case. And then here's, traffic citation history. So these are all the traffic citations that I have issued, over since I reinstalled this game, which would be 10.7. Actually, that is not right, because 2014 is way long time ago. But you know what it is? It's finding the sample data. That's what it's doing. It's just giving me stuff. But yeah, so you have arrest report history and traffic citation history. So once you're done writing the traffic citation or the arrest report, now you can walk back up to the vehicle. Now your traffic stop menu may look different because I have traffic police are in, which adds this menu. But right there. So let's get out of there. As you can see, press left control and page up, or the right thumbstick and the A button. And then it's going to hand them the ticket. And then that's when you can say, please sign on the dotted line. It's not an admission of guilt. It's just saying you will take care of this ticket. And then it says right there, the driver will not drive off until you get back in your vehicle. So as soon as we get back into our vehicle, he is going to take off. There we go. And that's it. That is LSPDFR Computer Plus. I hope you guys enjoyed this video tutorial. If you have any questions, certainly don't be afraid to ask down in the comment section down below. I do provide support as best as I can. But again, I am not the owner of this mod. I am just showcasing it. So if anything, you're going to want to get on to lspdfr.com, go into the comments section, and I'm sure they will be able to help you there. I wish I could help more than that, but basically everything I do whenever I get a crash is use LSPDFR Troubleshooter by Albo1125. Link for that will be in the description below. That is my go-to on anything LSPDFR related that is causing a crash. He is a very good author of mods. basically everyone who plays LSPDFR has his mods installed. They are excellent. So certainly check that out. That will usually find any issues you're having. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If this tutorial helped you, if you could hit that like button down below, that would be greatly appreciated. To see more LSPDFR tutorials in the future and to see LSPDFR episodes that I have recorded, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below. That is also greatly appreciated, and I thank you for joining me today, and happy modding.